So this video is going to be an unedited mess. You're going to hear me stammering, you're going to hear me go off topic, and I'm going to try my best not to risk any personal information being leaked out there. Don't want to dox myself, but there's a reason for all this. Okay, so before we get into this, into the whole drama, I owe a huge apology to Adham Barbour, Author SSD, and GalacticCuisine. You three, I'm so sorry this has happened. Like, you have all spent so much money on this, and I feel so bad that I've not been able, that, this situation has happened. Two of them know what's been happening. Adam, unfortunately, has had no idea, and, a bit of an asshole mindset. I didn't want him to know because he contributed the most, but, let's reel it all back. So I have a Throne account. I don't like to bring mention of it too much, mainly because I just feel bad of asking for people to even look at it while, there's so many expensive things on there, even if they're behind crowdfundings. And with the Throne, on it was a brand new PC, because my old PC, it was really on its last legs. It just couldn't stream anymore, and rendering was taking so long to do. And, the streams hot, and there were like no streams in 2023 because the PC just couldn't handle it. So Adam, Author, and Galactic, they all pitched in money towards getting me a new PC. I got it on Christmas Eve of 2023, and I loved it. It was amazing. The fact that I got it was so good. But it had problems. It wouldn't play certain games. When I played Lethal Company, it would freeze up entirely. When I tried others, it would just lock up. Like, I don't mean the game would freeze. I mean, no, the entire PC would lock up. Keyboard inputs wouldn't work. The mouse wouldn't work. I had to hold down the power button to force the PC off and then boot it back up. I couldn't figure out what was going on. And I was thinking, okay, I guess I just couldn't play certain games, but I could stream. I could live stream without any problems. That was fine. But then Vegas was locking up on renders, which was the weirdest thing. Like, I would do a render and it would lock up entirely, in the same way as the games would freeze. So I'm doubly annoyed that I can't make certain videos now. So I contacted the PC company, VBox, and I don't want to. I don't want to drag their name through the mud. They have and are trying their hardest, but at the time we couldn't figure out what the problem was. I installed so much software they wanted me to install. I downloaded so many test programs, stuff like that. I followed all their advice, and the lockups are still happening. So they said, okay, please send the PC back up to us, and we'll get it repaired. Boxed it up, sent it back up, got it like a week later. It was still locking up with some games, but I was still able to render video. So I'm thinking, okay, that's annoying, but I can make videos again, so that's fine. So they at least fixed the video problem, I guess. Then when Nintendo made the Nintendo Direct, the sort of what I deem a last-minute Direct, Eddie and I were going to do our reactions to it, but for some weird reason, the PC freaked the fuck out. It didn't lock up again, but I only had Opera, Audacity, OBS, and Discord open. Like, those are the main four that I run whenever I do a Direct reaction. Opera to watch the video, Discord to be in a Discord call, and Audacity to record my voice, and OBS to record the Discord call and the Direct footage so I can sync up in editing. And it freaked out. Like, it just randomly it's hard to explain it. Like, the processing just couldn't handle what was happening. And I'm thinking, my old PC did this, no problem. So what the hell was going on? I contacted the company again, and we're like, okay, run some more tests. So I did all these tests, and it still wasn't working. Then it was locking up on renders again. Like, I couldn't make any more videos because the renders were just locking up entirely. I'm thinking, like, I said you fixed this. You said you fixed this. Why is it happening again? And it got to a point where they were like, okay, we'll offer you, well, to be fair, I said, could I get a replacement? Because I'm thinking maybe the replacement will fix it. Like, maybe it's just something in that PC. Maybe it's like the motherboard's corrupted or something like that. And they said, okay, look, send it up. We'll get a replacement to you once we get that one, which is understandable, of course. You don't want to have two expensive PCs out there. So I'm thinking, it's annoying, but fine. So the initial plan was I was going to beat East because I was streaming East at the time. I was going to finish that because I finished the Kirby campaign as well. So I was going to beat East, and then I was going to say, look, taking a week break to sort some stuff out. That was a lie. The week break was the initial slot of sending the PC and getting the new one, because of course it would take time to reinstall all the apps and stuff like that. And that was the plan. So I finished East, boxed up the PC, and the initial collection date was the 12th of April. It was going to be done through DPD. DPD were going to come to my flat, collect the PC, send it out. This is all booked, all paid for through Vbox. They never arrived, DPD. And it wasn't like, oh, I may have left at the time. No, I stayed in. I stayed in the whole time. The whole day. They were meant to come between 1 and 2 p.m. I checked the tracker, and the tracker said the driver was notified that there was no parcel to collect. I'm thinking, that's bullshit, because I was in all day. So I called I called the customer service. I explained the situation, and they checked they checked their information and said, "Oh, it appears he arrived at the wrong house. I live in number 17. The house he arrived in, when they described the door, was number 24. Like the houses weren't even the same color." And I was very annoyed. I was thinking, oh my fucking god. So I had to explain to the PC company that they went to the wrong property. I was in, I swear. They just went to the wrong house. And, you're probably thinking, well, Tommy, did you not see them? My house is in, it's not exactly hidden. But this office, it's got no windows. So I couldn't exactly look out the window and see. And I don't even know what that showed them. But yeah, this is a windowless room. And even then, the kitchen window, I have to proper lean out to see if I can spot the van or not. And that's assuming they even park up in that little area where I can see, because there's a whole other area where postmen likes to park up there instead. So through that annoyance, the company, the pizza company, they rescheduled the collection for Monday. I'm thinking, right, Monday, okay, fine. Hopefully the driver got the message that they went to the wrong house. Check the tracker, different driver. I waited, checked the tracker. Driver was told that the parcel was not ready for collection yet. That's even more bullshit, because if this is the second attempt, it would be obvious that even if the parcel wasn't ready for the first time, it would absolutely be ready for the second time. So I was more pissed, because that's another lie. Twice they lied to me. And I called up, I said, what the fuck? The woman I spoke to, she admitted that she wasn't familiar with my area. She wasn't familiar with the whole Cornwall area itself, which is ironic given that she lives in Cornwall, or she's based in the Cornwall office. I don't know, maybe she drove from Devon or something like that. But when she named the location, she mentioned the name of a pub, because the drivers are all tracked. And the maps that DPD use, they list nearby businesses, which is a case of in case specific addresses aren't done, businesses that operate through DPD, they're on Google Maps. So it's here we are here. And when she said that pub, I nearly lost my shit, because the pub is a 5-minute drive up the road, aka nowhere near my house, not even near any other houses. I was so annoyed. The driver lied. I wasn't even the last fucking number. I couldn't have been. It was 12 in the afternoon. Not delivery drivers keep going until 6 p.m. So I'm thinking, oh my fucking god. And the thing is, he was on the main road. So I guess he just didn't want to divert. So he just said, no, there's no parcel. That's what the customer told me. So I'm there thinking, fuck's sake. So I called the PC company again. I say, look, I'm not making this shit up. Genuinely, that's what happened. DPD told me. You can tell them, you can contact them. They told me themselves. And to their credit, they booked another collection. Wednesday, thinking, right, Wednesday, gonna be in Wednesday. Now, as you point out, I didn't sleep at all on Tuesday night. I was dead tired, but I stayed awake. I chugged down energy drinks to stay awake, to make sure DPD knew where I was. And I was promised that that was a priority. They marked it as a priority. They were going to send a different driver from a different department, because I guess they knew that that department fucks up. They promised me I was going to be a priority. About 2 to 3 p.m. was the collection date. And I checked the tracker at 4 p.m. It still said he was coming. So I'm thinking, okay, what's happening here? I called up and they said, we just spoke to our collection department. Apparently the driver, the engine broke down, so they had to get a new van. I'm thinking, right, that's understandable. Okay, that's reasonable. Sure, I'm not annoyed. Okay, I'm annoyed, but I'm not annoyed at them. It's an inconvenience, but it's like, okay, I understand that. That's fine. I can wait. About 10 minutes later, the tracker then updated and said, the driver was told that the driver has been told there was no parcel to collect. I'm thinking, right, that's fucking it. Called up again. What the fuck is happening? And okay, yeah, I went full Karen on this. I admit, or whatever the hell the milk of the Karen is, like what, Kyle or something. But I was like, send me to the fucking manager. You promised me priority in this. And he was like, well, I can't give you to the manager. But I'll have him call you back. He'll call you back in 10 minutes. I'm thinking, right, 10 minutes. Okay, sure, call me back. About 40 minutes later, I wanted to give some leeway, but 40 minutes later, still no call. And I'm thinking, that's it. Called them back. This was a different woman. And she had no idea what was going on, because I was, despite that I called the Cornwall number, I was transferred over to, I guess, what was either the Southeast department, because the Cornwall and Devon department were closed. I didn't know that. They didn't tell me that. So I gave her the tracking number, and she said, yes, so I see this was scheduled for a collection between 2 and 3 o'clock, and the driver marked it as a failure at 2:30. Is that correct? So the tracker didn't update for me, and instead of just saying that the driver marked as a failure, they lied, said that the van broke down so they could just get away with it. And I know you're probably wondering, well, why can't they just come back to collect the parcel? Couldn't they just call them? Apparently, and this is DPD stance on this, apparently, if it's marked as a failure, it just can't be collected that day because it's not on the tracking system. That's apparently how it works. I don't want to believe that one bit. I just think they just want to say, fuck you, you customer. We already got your money, or the money for the PC company that is arranging this shit. So you suck. And I was so pissed. I was like, I said, I was promised a call from management. Bring me to management. And they said, they'll call you back in 5 minutes. Like, that's what they said last time. I said, no, they will this time. I'm thinking, all right, okay. I got a call back 15 minutes later, right, from management. I answered the phone. This motherfucker literally went, hi, Tommy. I'm like, don't you fucking talk to me like that. I am not happy about this one bit. You can't talk to me in that tone. I explained the situation, and it's like, well, they're sorry, nothing we can do. Like, we can't issue a recollection. It's like, I don't want a recollection. Like, I know I have to do it through the company. It's like, I want an answer. What is going on? And I'm there thinking, I promised my subscribers a week break. I didn't want to address this in a video because I felt so bad that people bought the PC for me and it was still breaking. I didn't want them to know it broke again, I just felt so bad about this. And I still do, because it's terrible. You guys, Adam, you... So, I spoke to the PC company and I was thinking, this is ridiculous. I guess they're just scared of my estate for some reason. And they're like, okay, what if we issue a collection, like a location collection? Like, basically, we just go to a place that issues DPD collections and drop-offs. I'm thinking, okay, sure, we'll do that. So I was given a reference number. I took it up to the place, which I'm not going to mention, obvious reasons. They took it, printed off, got my tracker, and I'm thinking, okay, great. I dropped it off there Thursday evening, and it's now the 25th as I film this. 25th on Thursday. Last Thursday is when I dropped up there. It's still up there. It's still there. Like, I spoke to the staff. I spoke to the staff up there because I go there. I go there quite frequently. They said they're telling the drivers are refusing to collect it. Like they know it's there. They just won't collect it at all. And I'm thinking, what the fuck? Why are they not collecting the parcel? And I'm calling up. I'm calling. They're like, well, yeah, we are going to send a driver there to pick it up. Like he should be there tomorrow. It was like, why wasn't he there today? This is in your systems. I know it's in your systems. I'm tracking it on the app. Like it's on the app. Like the tracking number is there. Why aren't you collecting it? And they're just like, well, we can't do anything. Like we can't do anything about it at all. And I'm just there like, oh my god, I'm bashing my head against the wall. The PC I've not had a PC for 2 weeks. And I know there's like, oh, first world problems, oh, look at you complaining you can't have a PC. It's not a fact that, it's not a fact I need the PC to live. I can't write. I can't proof. I can't do any proofreading. I can't do anything without the PC because Google Docs, Google Docs doesn't have anything. Like, everything I have is on the hard drive. Like I transferred everything to an external hard drive. I don't have anything to put it in. Like, I've got a shitty USB to USB-C adapter. It doesn't read anything on the hard drive because the tablet just won't do it. I can't do anything right now. I can't stream. I want to get back to streaming. I love doing live streams. Like I want to make videos. I have so many ideas for skits that I want to do. That fucking Foghorn Leghorn meme is popping up on Twitter. I'm like, shit, I could do one, but I can't edit the picture I want to put Foghorn Leghorn on it. And it's so infuriating. I'm at the mercy of a delivery company that just wants to piss about and do whatever the fuck they want. And I tried going to Citizens Advice to see if they could do anything about it. But the problem is, because this is being done through an independent company, aka the PC company, this is being done through them, I have to report them to trading standards in order to get DPD in trouble. But the PC company's done nothing wrong. Sure, they messed up the whole process of, they should have fixed it first, but they didn't. Now have to do the replacement. But, compared to all this shit, that's nothing. Like, it's so frustrating. And I keep explaining to the PC company that I'm doing everything correct. I'm following your instructions. I've done everything. Like, I'm paranoid that PC is going to be nicked because I didn't wipe it. I should have wiped it. That's on me. I didn't. But it's just like, I just feared I'm going to get blamed for this. And then I'm going to be in trouble. I'm going to lose money because of something out of my control. And DPD are just there, just like plugging their fingers in their ears, going la 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 whenever I call up. It's so frustrating. And I've tried other departments before you say, I tried the main headquarters in Birmingham, nothing. So because of this, I can't do anything. And, I didn't want to address this because it's shit. It's such a shitty situation. And I don't fucking know. I'm hoping that something will happen, and because the company is saying that they are reporting it to DPD, and I'm like, they're not going to do anything about it. Like, what are they going to do? Like they're not listening to me. This is like the 5th time that you've done a report on them. Like, nothing's going to change. So, like, it's probably not even going to be until, like, July that I might get the new PC back. Maybe July, DPD is just like, oh, maybe we should collect that. Just remember, this happened yesterday. I was coming back from a job interview. And there was a DPD driver in my estate. He was collecting a parcel, and I'm like, got him. I spoke to him, and I said, mate, what is happening? Like, why? Like, are you going to go collect my parcel? He said, where is it? I named the place. He said, no, there's no parcels in that place at all. I showed him the tracker. I said, look, here it is. It's there. Why can't you get it? He said, because I wasn't told to get it. I was like, well, can you get it? He said, no, because then it won't be tracked. It's like, it's on the fucking barcode. The barcode says scan it. He's like, I can't do anything about that. It's not down to me. And he fucked off. He actually fucking wheel spinned and skidded off. Like, well, I noticed. I was like, there's no way. Like they have to be lying about that too. I refuse to believe that is the case. I was so fucking mad. And you know, the fact that it's still happening, the fact that it's still there, it's been there for a week now. Like, I'm just so many things I can't do now. Even job hunting has been limited because there's only so much I can do on my phone through job hunting websites that aren't optimized for a fucking phone layout. I can't barely do anything. Like, all I'm doing now is just sitting here, just waiting for something to happen, watching videos on my tablet and playing Rocket League. Yeah, cool, I'm saying my Rocket League, but does that even matter at this point? Oof, God. That was building up. So that is the situation that's been happening, you know. The thing that I didn't want to tell because, oh my God. And look, like, you know, Adam, if you're watching this, if you made it so far, like all the way to the end, Adam, I'm so sorry to like you three that have just put money towards this. Like, I understand if you're angry. I understand if you're angry at me for not being honest about this. Like, you know, if I can, I will find a way to try and refund you guys the money. It may take a while, but I'll try and find a way to do that because you honestly deserve it after the shit that has happened. And, you know, if I just don't know how to handle this stuff because it is like, I don't know what to do. There's nothing I can do. Like, I can keep calling DPD, but they're not going to do anything. No matter how many times I call, it's going to get the same person who's going to tell me the same bullshit. 3 days in a row, I've asked to speak to the collections team because I don't go through to the collections team. They're like, oh, they'll call you back. They never do. I call up the next day. Hi, the collections team was meant to get back to me. They didn't. Oh, that's diabolical, sir. That's very diabolical. Then don't worry, they'll get back to you today. Never fucking do. They keep, oh, we'll put up as a higher report. What is that gonna do? It's not gonna do anything. I don't want to lose my mind with this shit. It's like, this is almost like this like the Catechirus PC story, but you know, he has a positive outcome and I don't, and he can afford an animator for this shit. Oh my fucking God. So yeah, until I can actually get the PC back, nothing is going to happen on this channel. Who knows? I might start working soon, so that'll put another wrench in the works. But you know, that's an actual job. But the worst part, I was on fire with my writing recently. I was making great strides in my next book, and I can't even do that because. That's the phrase of the day. Just. Ugh. So yeah, until you know, DVD stops picking their asses, nothing's happening. But yeah, again, huge apologies to everyone. You know, huge apologies for the lack of streams, and especially huge apologies to Adam, author and Galactic. I'll link their socials below, but unfortunately Adam doesn't have a social media. Like, I tried asking him, he just doesn't have them. But yeah, like, genuinely, I'm really sorry this has happened. And, you know, I was hoping that I'd get the replacement and, you know, all fine. You know, just completely, you know, breaks over, guys. Yeah, we'll get back to a hat in time, which incidentally, thank you for everyone who voted on the poll for the next stream, because when I get back to, if I get back to streaming at this point, the next stream would definitely be a hat in time. So that'd be fun. But yeah, that's the situation. And, you know, if you have problems, like saying like, oh, DPD's not the worst, Every's the worst, Royal Mail's the worst, Parcel Force, UPS, whatever that shit, I don't care. No, DPD's the worst for me, all right? So, fun times. Oh well. I'm going to see Spy Family on Saturday, so quite looking forward to that. Going to be seeing it with a friend in Plymouth. But yeah, that's all I've got to say, really. I don't know. Ciao. That's all I gotta say. Like, what do you say after all this shit, you know? Take care.